All right, so we know you're tracking a lot of different data, but vaccination rate is certainly an important category. Are you seeing an impact on our other numbers? Because frankly, to the kind of layman's eye, cases keep going up, but what are you seeing as far as cases and hospitalizations?
Yeah, I would say cases are rising, that's true, but they're rising at a much slower rate than they are in other parts of the country. So we were seeing a very rapid increase in cases when Delta surge first hit in late July, and that's really slowed down throughout most of August and then continuing in September. So it is still going up, but it's going up at a very slow rate that isn't really dramatically affecting hospitals like it is in other parts of the country. And the credit there really all goes to the vaccinations and to all of us for getting the vaccinations.
Well, we should give some credit to Connecticut and Vermont, too. Those are the other two states that have fully vaccinated more than 2/3 of their residents. How could that benefit us and the rest of New England?
Yeah, well, it makes us geographically, farther from the hotspots and more surrounded by other states that are also doing well. So we're not really as closely tied to some of the problem areas right now geographically, and that helps us keep the numbers down as well.
All right, yesterday, more than 65,000 people packed Gillette Stadium to watch the Patriots play the Miami Dolphins. It was outdoors, of course, but there was no social distancing in the stands, and very few people wore masks. I know there was also a Maroon 5 concert at Fenway last night, so these big events, they're certainly back. Do you have any concerns about them?
Yeah, as an infectious disease doctor, yes, I absolutely have concerns about them. I think we will likely see some low levels of transmission at these events. And, really it comes down to your personal risk tolerance, I think, for a lot of these kind of things. So a large thing like the football game yesterday, if you have season tickets and it's your big thing, then you can do it in a safe way, I think, in some ways, but there's going to be some transmission in those large events. It's important to remember that really the transmission risk comes for the people that are within 6 feet of you for more than 15 minutes. So it's not necessarily that you're at an event with 70,000 people. It's really the risk of the people that are right around you. And if you multiply that risk across the whole stadium, you're going to see some transmission.
Well, and holidays are a concern typically as well. It's been a week since Labor Day. Some health experts predicted a surge in COVID after that holiday. Are you seeing any signs yet of that?
So far, not in Massachusetts. We haven't seen any increases in the percent positivity or the number of cases. It's really on the same trajectory as it was before. But it comes down to, the same thing as the Maroon 5 concert and the football game. It's really when we let our guard down that COVID takes advantage of the situation and tends to spread. That's what we saw through most of the second surge last year. And we just have to continue to be wise and continue to push the vaccine rate higher and hope that will keep it at bay this fall.
All right, Dr. Brian Hollenbeck with New England Baptist. Dr. Hollenbeck, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.